Hiya, and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'll be playing Returnal. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Okay, so let's see how far I can get in this live stream in Returnal. So Returnal is a interesting kind of a game. I'm not too sure if there's too many games out there like Returnal. So the game starts with your main character crash landing on an alien planet. Very shortly after, she is attacked by aliens, she dies, but she comes back to life. But not just that, she comes back to the crash site. And then if she dies again, she comes back to the crash site every single time. And from the point of view of gameplay, from the point of view of the player is starting all over again, which means that all the progress you've made is basically reset. So you can get really, really far into the game, right? But once you die, you're back to the beginning of the crash site again. Now it's interesting because every time you start a new cycle, the environment slightly changes, and I think the enemies slightly change as well. So it's a really tough and frustrating game. But to be fair, like the developers are not like shy about telling you that. Like at the beginning of the game, they literally say this game is intended to be challenging or something like that. There's basically a disclaimer, like, you know, at the very beginning of the game, like basically telling you that this game is going to fucking annoy you. And not in those exact words, of course, but still. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I can't say that I'm absolutely having a ball of a time playing this game. I can't tell you it's the most fun game I've played, you know. But I'm here, I'm playing it, you know, that's gotta be something. It's also a rogue type game. I'm not too familiar with rogue type games, but they're kind of games where um I don't know. Honest is yeah, I don't know what rogue games are too much. I think it has something to do with the fact that you're like collecting a lot of like resources and abilities, and you can try to stack them all up like to the point of view like where you're really like, powerful and you can just take on whatever enemies come your way. But more than anything else, it's a game where you should also point out the fact that you also can't. I should also point out the fact that you cannot save this game. You can suspend your cycle, and what that does is you have to have your PlayStation 5 turned on, and then like you can resume then like whenever you want. But you literally have to have your console turned on the whole time, which is madness. Like back in the old days, really the early 80s. So you can't save. There's no checkpoints. There's no save system of any kind. Again, once you die, you go back to the beginning of the game, back to the crash site. So you're going to be doing multiple cycles. So it's all about trying to get as far as you can. Um, you also some items you pick up and abilities you become permanent. Kind of reminds me of Sifu a little bit. So there is that, at least. But yeah. But overall, though, it's a game where it's difficult. Um, and when you die, you go back to the beginning of the game every single time, and you can't save it. So because of that, it's an extremely challenging game, and I don't know, it seems to be a new genre these days, isn't it? Like, you know, you've got Elden Ring, and you've got Sifu, and you've got Demon Souls and the Dark Souls series before that. You've just got these games now that they're just like insanely difficult. Hey, we're going to torture you every time you turn on your console and hold the control in your hand. I don't mind difficult games. I don't mind challenging games. I don't mind games that do things differently. But Jesus Christ, at the core of it all, like just make the game fun. You know, there is times where I'm having fun playing this game, but as soon as you die and you're going back to the start, it's like, Jesus Christ, the fun just gets drained from it. Like, it's drained from me. But look, I didn't pay any additional money for this. This is on PS Plus Extra. 120 a year gets me premium. If I had to pay this game on its own, it'd be €80 in one go. I'm paying 120 a year to play games like this, so you know. Yeah. Anyway, gameplay. So yeah, so you start off on your ship. Sometimes you come back directly to your ship. Other times you are brought back to your brought back to the crash site. Okay, so you've got your map on the bottom right hand corner, and if you press the touch panel you can see a larger view of the map. What you're going to be doing, what you're going to need to do is to look for these the paths, like the whatever you want to call them, doors, right? Frames, whatever you want to door frame. Okay, there's all different types. But you want to basically go through these. You've got your main path and you've got your side paths, right? Along the way, you're going to be picking up abilities, fighting enemies. This here allows me to, it's a rift between two timelines. Basically what it allows me to do from the point of view of gameplay is either join another player's session, or they can join my session. To be honest with you, I'm not really interested in that too much. Health is displayed on the bottom left hand corner of the screen. You can get health pickups. You pick up health along the way, as well as lots of other abilities as well. You start off with a weapon, and because this is a PS5 game, it takes full advantage of the DualSense controller, including adaptive triggers. So if you press L2 kind of halfway down, it locks. Like, you can feel it locking, and that's your that's basically your basic aim. And you press R2 to shoot. That's like your basic shot, right? But then if you press L2 like fully down, it kind of clicks. Get that really clicking. I don't know if you can hear this, but right, that gives you like a much more powerful attack. It also uses haptic feedback as well. And from the point of view of visuals, I mean, it looks fantastic. Atmosphere is really good as well, actually. You really do feel isolated in the world. So we've got enemies, and if they kill me, I didn't really make any progress anyway, but if they kill me, I'm back to the beginning of the crash site. So every time you come face to face with an enemy in this game, it's really, the hell, it's really nerve-wracking. Press circle to dash. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Control. So here we have an unknown suit signal. Potential to trace the last movements of another scout. I'm not going to do that. be honest. So there's health behind. Oh god. So you can pick up health here. And there is, I think that's an artifact. Something anyway. And I just fell through the floor. Lovely. But this like portal device here will bring me back. Fazzer! I am going to call you Fazzer. Welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. What are you doing, Hector? Who's Hector? Welcome to Green Hill Gaming, where I am live streaming Returnal. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. Yeah, so that door is locked. I need a key. I don't think I have one. So it requires a key. Oh crap! I'll go pick up that health pack now. What kind of man talks to the dead? To the D? No man. Okay. Got a lot of random starts to the live stream. Alright, so I need to go to this door here, this pathway here. They call them main paths. There's all different types of paths. Look at me, Hector. Who is Hector and what the hell are you talking about? So yeah, I am doing my best to try to understand Returnal, try to appreciate what it is. But more importantly, I am trying to have fun playing this game. You know, you can't force yourself to have fun in general with everything in life. But in particular when it comes to video games, no matter how critically acclaimed the game is, no matter if it's on your preferred console and everyone is talking about it, and it gets 10 out of 10 and it wins Game of the Year, if you are not naturally having fun playing the game, you can't force yourself to have fun playing it. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to naturally appreciate this game and have fun playing this game. And my impression so far is it's a very frustrating concept. You know, it's a frustrating concept. I know the concept of the game, but it's frustrating. It's just, imagine getting so far into this game, right, and then just messing up, and you die, and then you're all the way back to the start of the game again. That to me is a very frustrating experience, and I don't think it's too fun. And I think that every game should be made fun. And yes, you can have a challenging game too. A challenging game like Sifu. And I had fun getting the platinum in Sifu. So it's about finding the right balance between fun and challenging. And hopefully the more that I play this game, it will have that balance of fun and challenging, that it isn't just something that I'm torturing myself with. It's from am I going to be assassinated for not watching Breaking Bad now? I've seen a few episodes of Breaking Bad. I enjoyed it, but I have to get round to finishing it. Um, just to let you know, not everyone is going to get the Breaking Bad references. You know, not everyone watches Breaking Bad. Oh, so here we have these like uh, pods, chambers, and you can containers, which contain different types of weapons. All right, so I currently have a modified sidearm equipped. Okay, I can swap it with a spit ma blaster. Okay, so I'm going to swap that now, and so I now have a different weapon. Right. Okay, so I can. This is like this is a translocator. Um, that's not active at the moment. If it was active, it basically allows me to transport to other areas of the map. But my objective is beyond here. I've got to keep going through these. Okay. The combat kind of reminds me of Control. I mentioned that earlier, but it really does. And again, I fell through. Right, so here we have Fabricator, right? Xenotech device that fabricates items, powered with oblolites. I don't think I have enough oblolites or abilities. Is that what this is? I don't have enough. I'm guessing the more you progress through the game, you will be able to collect them. Alright, so now we're back here again. Hopefully I won't fall through the floor again. You know, it's almost like Returnal is almost like playing these really old games, like an arcade game or a really early 80s console game where there was no save system, there was no checkpoints of any kind. And the kind of experience I got playing those games was, I wonder how far I can get. Like Donkey Kong. I wonder how far I can get in Donkey Kong. I wonder what level I can get to in Donkey Kong. Same with Space Invaders or Tetris, or The Legend of Zelda, which I think did have a save system actually, to be honest. But some games didn't have a save system. It was literally just, how far can I get in this game? So if you died, it was game over and you had to start all over again. And they were challenging as well. So that's, to my knowledge, I think that's what the developers were trying to go for when they were making Returnal. So this is me trying to understand Returnal now. This is me trying to kind of find a common ground, so I can kind of understand what they're trying to do. And I think that's my understanding of Returnal. It's like the way games were, back in the early 80s, where the player would try to get as far as they can into the game. You know, because there was no way of saving it, and it was really, really difficult. And you were also trying to figure out, like, you know, where you were supposed to be going and all of that. So yeah, so when players played those games in the early 80s, and they would basically be replaying the early stages of the game so many times. That's the way the game was set up, you know, in terms of its difficulty and the fact that it had no save system. But I think what got them further in the game is they would replay the early stages of the game so much, and they would kind of get so much practice in, and would eventually get better, so they can kind of, you know, get further and further and further into the game. So again, this is me trying to desperately understand the concept of the game. You never know when the enemies are going to appear as well. They just appear at such random intervals. Like, you don't see them in advance. Right? Okay, so this is a resource. It's a broken calibrator. So this grants a small amount of weapon proficiency. I think what that basically does is, and I'll show this in a minute. I'll go into the stats menu in a second. I think it just makes my weapon stronger, I think. Because there's a lot of stats in this game as well. You do pick up a lot of resources, and items, abilities, and power-ups as you go along. The most important, anyway, for me is I do like the environments. You know, this alien planet is alive. You know. I have to say though, I am finding myself playing better. Now, that's the same for any game, but the thing is, most games you just naturally progress. There is a checkpoint system, there's a save system, so you won't have to go back over and over again to the early stages of the game. But I think games that does force you to do that, you naturally improve. I'm actually going to leave that here just in case I come back there again. Alright, so this is another fabricator, I think. Yeah. As you can see, I don't have enough abilities. Statues of ancient life forms on this planet. It would remind you of Alien, especially the earlier Alien movies, like Prometheus or something. Is that what it was called? And then what was the other one? So, like, locating the white shadow broadcast, I would imagine it's like literally like the very beginning of the game. I haven't managed to get any further. Now you have unlimited ammo, in a sense. Keep thinking of something behind me. That's to play the audio for you. Oh, fucks. Okay. There is health in this area, but it's like locked behind. Oh, never mind. That's a good. Oh my god, that's a fantastic bit of health there. Where'd that go now? Oh god. Oh, you bastard. That's gonna. I'm gonna fall to the floor if we go up there. I know it. Oh, that didn't go too bad now, to be fair. So everything is going peachy now, like any other normal game that you can save your game and, you know, a checkpoint system. But what makes it frustrating for me and what makes it not fun for me is if I die right now, I have to do all this again, and I just don't find that fun. I don't find it fun doing that all over again. Because I still haven't found a key. No, keep thinking that's an enemy. Okay. Oh my god, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Oh my god! What the fuck? See, this is what I hate about this fucking game, like, I don't enjoy doing this. If you enjoy doing this, good for you. Knock yourself out. Have a great time. Good on you. But that is not for me.
This time.
Like, as far as having fun is concerned. And for anyone that wants to say, get good, Johnny, you're just shit at the game, you just can't handle difficult games, you're trash, you suck, the game is too hard for you. Again, I'd like to remind those people that not only did I complete Sifu from start to finish, but I platinumed it. I can handle difficult games. Okay? I enjoy difficult games. But at least in Sifu, when you died, okay, you didn't get put back to the beginning of the game every single time and have to do it all over again. Yes, I died a lot of times. And I got to a very old age and I had to like retry the stage again. But not to this extent. I had fun playing Sifu. As much as it wrecked my head, I had fun playing that extremely difficult game. Returnal is just like, the thought of me having to do this all over again, it's not fun. But it's only approaching midnight. It's early for my standards of live streams. So look, it is what it is. Look, I just want to be as honest as possible about how I feel about Returnal. You know? Like, I'm having fun when I'm shooting things, you know, that's what video games is about, you know, video games should be as arcadey as possible. Fun games. Weapon, gun, pew pew, you know, kill the enemy, load special effects, you know. This part is fun. But realising that you have to do everything all over again, that's not fun. And look, I don't get paid to promote this game. I don't get paid to advertise this game. So, like, I'm not gonna behave like I do. You know? I'm just a gamer with an opinion. That's all. And again, it's like I can't handle difficulty. I don't need to be lectured. Okay? I don't need to be lectured by people who couldn't even stand on their 2 feet and walk, right? When I was completing difficult games. You know, back on like Sega Mega Drive or PlayStation 1. Okay, I don't need to be lectured by these people. I don't need to be lectured on, oh, but this is a difficult game, Johnny. This is what the game is supposed to be. I know what the fucking game is supposed to be. I'm saying that it's not fun having to do this all over again. I'm saying games should be fun. First and foremost. Fun should be... And look, again, look, if people have fun doing this over and over again, doing the same thing over and over again, that's fine. I just don't find it fun. But as I said, just don't lecture me. Just don't talk down to me like I can't handle difficult games. Because if I couldn't handle difficult games, then I wouldn't have gotten the platinum in Sifu. It's not that I can't handle difficult games. I just can't handle the mentality of getting so far into the game dying once and having to do the whole thing all over again. That doesn't, I don't know, it's just not fun. It's not a fun concept. Even though I'm doing it, just reminds me of that time when I drank, what was it? Ginger aid, or ginger ale, whatever the hell it was. It was a ginger drink for the first time. I remember going into the garage, looking at it, and thinking, I've never drank ginger ale before. I'm going to get this. And I paid for it. And I remember it was costly as well. And I bought it and I drank it. I took one sip. I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. I wouldn't like this at all. But I kept drinking it. That's what I'm doing right now with Returnal, you know. I'm not saying the game is horrible. So yeah, I mean, as I said at the start of the live stream, the developers made it clear at the start of the game that this game is grueling. It's grueling. It's intended to be gruelingly challenging. It's intended to be this way. So I'm not saying the game is badly designed. I'm not really having a go at the development of the game. I'm just saying, me personally, look, some people don't like coffee. Some people don't like a particular type of anything. Look, you know, people have their preferences. It just doesn't mean that they don't like. I'm not saying that I don't like playing games, because that would be insane, wouldn't it? Green Hill Gaming saying doesn't like games. It's just this concept of having to start. I'm not a fan of it. Like, can't say it's fun. I'm just checking this out. I mean, I'm just checking this out because it's part of PlayStation Plus Extra. That's all. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I love it. Every game I've played on my live stream, I've been perfectly honest about it. And in particular, like when this new PS Plus launched, every game that I downloaded on the extra tier, I was brutally honest. Carmageddon, I believe. Yeah, I think Carmageddon Max Damage was the first extra game that I downloaded. And I was enjoying it for a while, right? And then once I realised that it was repetitive, and I realised that you were more or less doing the same thing just on different maps, I said, alright, that's enough of that, and I moved on. And then I think it was B Simulator, and I fucking loved that game because it's just so fucking different. You play as a bee, for Christ's sake, you know? So I had fun playing that from start to finish. Then I think I moved on to Heavy Rain, and I'd never experienced anything like Heavy Rain before. Just the level of interactivity in every area. Oh, and the story. Just, that was amazing. Then I think I played Surgeon Simulator, and I just did not like the controls at all, and I wasn't shy about it either, was I? You know? Assassin's Creed 2, it was amazing to get stuck into Assassin's Creed 2 for the first time. I loved the combat as well of that. Ghost of Tsushima, really enjoyed, again, the combat in that game as well. What I didn't like about that was the forced stealth. I thought a lot of the times it was unnecessary. So yeah, I mean, I'm playing Returnal now, and I'm going to be honest about that as well. I mean, look. I mean, like, look, it is what it is. Okay, it's a game where you can't save your progress. It has no checkpoints, and if you die, you go back to the beginning of the game. The developers make that perfectly clear at the start of the game. It is what it is. You know, I'm not surprised by it. I don't need to be lectured on it. What I'm saying is, I personally don't find that concept fun. It's different, it's innovative, it's extremely challenging. I just don't find it fun. even though I'm still playing it, but still. It's got a trophy. Achieve maximum adrenaline level. Okay. Restricting husk. Greatly increases max integrity. Yes. Suffer damage when picking up. What do you mean suffer damage when picking up items? So if I pick up items, I'll suffer damage. That's mental. Okay. So I wonder, does anyone know how long this game actually is? Like I just hope the fuck that it isn't like something that lasts like 25 fucking hours long, like, because I don't think that would like I don't think that would suit the concept of the game. I think realistically speaking, this game shouldn't be any longer than 3 hours because of the concept of it. Like how the hell? Like, just imagine the game was like 20 hours long, and you get to like the 19th hour, and you die, and you're back to the crash site. I mean, fuck that, like. I don't know what I mean, like. Okay, do you know the way they say that every time you die and you come back, that the environment is meant to change? No, that's not having a massive case of deja vu, which I'm not. I'm pretty sure that I passed this location in the previous run. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. No, I don't need that. Damn it. Shit, I forgot about that. Fuck. Ah, bollocks. Bollocks! Oh, typical. But isn't there any health ability that isn't hidden behind those fucking vines? Oh, for fuck's sake. Shit. Oh, do you know, oh, fuck that, like. Jesus Christ. Like, that's Returnal, and that's not for me.
I have to try harder.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.